started. Good. Good morning, welcome to Saturday's exciting, riveting, unbelievable quiz. You're listening to a meditation that I did many years ago, just to soothe the mind before we start. Well, mainly because I've got a toasted cheese and ham sandwich in the oven nearly ready. And after that's upon us, we can start. Yes, you do. This is the soothing, calming, deep brain penetration meditation before you're asked questions. And like I say, toasted cheese and ham sandwich is not quite ready yet, so you get to listen to one of my meditations. Morning, everybody. This is meditation to let your mind rest before the questions are asked. And I'm waiting for a toasted cheese and ham sandwich to finish. As soon as that's ready, we can get underway. Change it up a bit as the toasted ham and cheese sandwich. This is another one of my relaxing thunderstorm meditations. So I want you all just to lean back in your chair or bed or floor if you can't afford furniture. What I want you to do is put the mouse down. I want you to stretch out. I want you to close your eyes and imagine you're on a wonderful island. Nothing but warm, gentle breezes. It's not hot, not cold. You're lying in the sand, Your body feels relaxed. Let your mind drift off to one of your wonderful memories, ones that you treasure, ones that you don't tell people about because they're yours, especially. And my toasted ham and cheese sandwich is nearly ready. But while you're lying on the sand relaxing, not within reach of your mouth, like I say, close your eyes and think of something wonderful that has been part of your life. It could be a loved one, it could be an event, it could be coming into money, or it could just be the hug of a family member with a true feeling of true love. Close your eyes and relax. Listen to the rain. It sounds more like wind going down a tunnel off my computer. No idea. Alright, let's try another one. This is actually one that I did, which is actually at the beach for a meditation. So here we go. Seagulls. 5 minutes to record. You lift your eyes close, your eye on the beach, your butt firmly placed into the sand. Don't go away. Every time we get my face down the tree. My ham and cheese toasted sandwich is now ready, and as such, that means between questions, I will be able to have a nibble or two. Alright, meditation over. Get the sand out the crack of your ass, get off the beach and grab hold of your mouse. Let's have a bite of my toasted ham and cheese roll, actually, not sandwich, while the crowds gather. I don't know if anyone's there. Anyone there? Oh no, that's good.
It is very nice.
Going to start the quiz in about 2 or 3 minutes, irregardless of whether people are awake or not. General knowledge questions on this fine Saturday. Hope where you are, there are no blizzards, storms. Well, I like storms. You like storms too, don't you? Storms are okay, as long as you're inside, on the back porch. All's good fun. Couple of minutes, actually 3 minutes. That'll make it 8:40 p.m. my time. I think about 7:40 a.m. on the east coast of America. Well, some people don't sleep. If there is anyone there, is my sound okay? Hello, hello. Is anyone there? 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, that's okay. There's always a delay. Two minutes till quiz time. You're running around the kitchen trying to make a quick coffee. Quick. You're half awake. You banged into the door, cursing my name. Don't rush. You still got a minute. Is it? Yes, general knowledge questions today. Nice days there now. Not too hot, not too cold. Coming to the end of summer, mind you. Monday and Tuesday are going to be 100 again. But that's it. That'll be it finished, I think. If anyone is there. How's your day been? All right? Been good? 1 minute till quiz. I can hear someone's kettle boiling. Practically washing the sleepy dust out of your eyes. Of course, if you don't catch the quiz now, my Uber driver's crazy Crown Casino, here we come. Yeah, we get Uber all the time, and I'm yet to find, this is not a racist statement to any, but I'm yet to find an Australian driver. Morning, Scarlett. When we drove across Australia, there's only one white old fella at a service station. The rest were Sri Lankans or Indians, which is fine. And who really wants to work out in the middle of the Nullarbor for 20 bucks an hour? Right, one more bite. I'm going to get the first question. You should kill it today, Scarlett, because I think there's only 2 or 3 of you here. I put my sandwich aside. Homemade toasted cheese and ham roll. Delicious. Okay. Chuck the crumbs off my sandwich onto the floor. The wife at the end of me, surely. She gave me a look then. I'm dead. Yeah, she's not going to cheat this time because she has a 30-second advantage over you guys. All right, I won't see the room, of course, because I'm asking the questions. Unless I pull that away. Let's see if I can do this. I'm not very good at this. You can pull the chat, can't you? Pop the chat out, is what I'm saying. Oh, there we go. If I do that, and that. Where is it? Oh, I'll take it up. I'll be with you shortly. Stand by. Yeah, I've got to do the same with this. I'm technically inept on computers, so bear with me. Okay, I think I've got it. Let's see what I'm doing. Now you've got to change top chat to live chat. And then I think we're just about ready to go. All right, people, here it comes. Welcome. Morning to everybody. If you're half awake, that's okay. If you're about to go to sleep, that's okay. Alrighty. First question, general knowledge, means they're all over the place. There is lag, I do apologise for that, but we're a long way away. These bloody ads on these pages are a pain in the arse. Look, I move that over there. You can see I'm not very good at this. Let's push that across there. That bigger. Come on. All right. First question in the quiz. G'day, Tex. Is Maria Montessori, was a famous name in which field? Maria Montessori was a famous name in which field? Since it's a 30-second delay, I'm going to have a bite of a sandwich. Well, without hesitation, excuse my mouthful. Scarlett Poppyfield is absolutely correct. Maria Montessori was a famous name in education. You do realise, Scarlett, that means you're far too educated to be on the bottom of YouTube. Just kidding. Really struggling with this bloody page, I tell you. Okay, question 2. Mozzarella cheese is made from the milk of which animal? Mozzarella cheese is made from the milk of which animal? Well, I think there's only one person here today, because Scarlett Poppyfield got it correct again. It is indeed buffalo. Only the female ones, though. Don't go milking the other ones. Goat's a good answer. It's incorrect. Cow's a great answer, but it's incorrect. Scarlett got it correct with buffalo. Okay, religious question. Which Jewish festival is known as the Festival of Lights? Which Jewish festival is known as the Festival of Lights? Mama, I keep milking this cow and there's no milk. Son, walk away now and then run. I have no idea. Come on, guys. Chanukah is not correct. It's close, but I'm not going to pay it. Shauna, no, you just copied. You're one of those girls that would have been sitting next to someone leaning over thinking, can I just borrow your inkwell for a moment? Oh, yep, got that. It's not Chanukah. Now, come on, it's close. Which Jewish festival is known as the Festival of Lights? It's not Chanukah. It sounded like a little town in America. Yeah, boy, look at them. Strange people coming to Chanukah. It's not Chanukah, but it's something similar. That's why I won't pay. I will pay the correct answer from Scarlett Poppyfield, which is Hanukkah. Was I a bit pedantic on that one? Yeah, because, Chanukah sounds more like a, helicopter. Let's be honest. Now, if you're as old as I am, and I was in a different country, but I knew this newspaper, and why I knew is this question. Which American newspaper first exposed the Watergate scandal? Which American newspaper first exposed the Watergate scandal? No, it wasn't Chanukah. Yeah, spelling doesn't matter when, you've got Chanukah instead of Hanukkah. My wife's glaring at me. And on my screen, Kathy rebuilds, indeed it was the Washington Post. If you're as old as me, you know there was speculation at the time that something was up. It took a few days to come out. And then you got that guy waving the two fingers at you, getting on the helicopter saying, see ya, I fucked up. Richard Nixon. Of course, it was Robert Redford. No, he was just an actor. Now, this is a television question, but from the UK. So if you're from the UK, you have an advantage on this one. And I watched this show as a kid all the time. Good morning, Dory. This question is an English show. Who played The Undertaker in Dad's Army? Who played The Undertaker in Dad's Army? Now, if you've never seen the show, g'day, Keeper, you will never get the answer. Who played The Undertaker in Dad's Army? Dad's Army was, who do you think you are kidding, Mr. Hitler? If you think of England, dun, 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 dun. I'm going to give it to Shauna Miles because it is indeed John Laurie, L-A-U-R-E, but you know what you were talking about. Great show. If you've never seen it, it's probably too late because they're all dead. But it is really a cool, funny English comedy based about the Second World War. With John Le Mesurier in there. Lots of great actors, a lot of English actors. Well done, Shauna. You got that one correct. Okay, religious question. Next question. Which order of monks are known as Black Friars? Which order of monks are known as Black Friars? The ones that wear black. Nope, nope. It's not Benedictine. It would be the first thing that would come to my mind. It's going to be a tough one, actually. Black Friars. The Dominion of monks, known as Black Friars. I'll give it a few more seconds, but you may not get this one. Okay, going to give you the answer. Black Friars, the Dominion of monks. No, it's not Trappist, Scarlet. It's Dominicans. Strangely enough, Dominicans. Franciscans. It's funny how you can actually start thinking of different orders, even though they're not the correct answers. So we'll let that one go. That was a bit tough. Dominicans. Right, for you ladies in the room, because I would never get this one. Now, for gentlemen who get this, obviously you spent the misguided youth, but mind you, it's okay. Question is, what is the full name of the Barbie doll? Ah. What is the full name of the Barbie doll? Shall I quick nibble on my toasted ham and cheese? What is the full name of the Barbie doll? Barbara is correct for the first name. I believe the three names were meant for a reason. You ladies may be able to tell me what they are. I'll give you the second name of her. It was Barbara Millicent, and her last surname started with R. And all those are significant in the actual creation of Barbie doll. So what was the full name of the Barbie doll? It was Barbara Millicent, not Richard. Good guess, it starts with R. I'll give you a clue. The answer to her surname wasn't Roger. It was the same name as the actress. You know, it was a bit of a prostitute in red. And bing, bing, Scarlett Popperfield has got it. I'm going to give it to you, Roberts. So there's significance between all three names, apparently. I don't know what it is. Barbara Millicent Roberts. Okay, this is from a famous political leader at the time. You have to guess who he is. Who once said, Russia is a riddle wrapped in a mystery inside an enigma? Pass me my cigar. Well, pack them on the beaches. Well, pack them at Walmart. Who once said Russia is a riddle wrapped in a mystery inside an enigma? No, it's far too intelligent. Sorry, Donald would never say that. Scarlett Popperfield is correct. Kathy came in with a full answer. I'll give it to you, Scarlett. Technically, it's Churchill. Winston Churchill said Russia is a riddle wrapped in a mystery inside an enigma. It's a mouthful when you think about it. Okay, a bit more information from Keeping It Cool. Maybe it is, maybe it's the significance of those other two names. Okay. Here we go. Americans, you should get this one. Okay. What is the postal abbreviation for Idaho? What is the postal abbreviation for Idaho? In my state, Western Australia, it's WA. So what is the postal abbreviation for Idaho? And no, it's not potato. I'm off to a prom dress. You'll have to get that. All right, have a good one. I-O comes in Scarlett, and Kathy copies her. Mr. comes in with I do. I-H. The answer, correct one, is Scarlett with ID. Idaho. Idaho. ID. Okay, if you're into sport, you should get this one. If you're not particularly into rugby, like I am, I might have struggled. The question is, rugby's Man Mountain, Jonah Lumu, plays for which country? Did it give away with the name? Jonah Lumu. Which country does he play for? And he is a Man Mountain, by the way. He's a monster. Jonah Lumu. Scarlett says she hates sports. Reveal says France. Scarlett copies, says France. Both wrong. Go to the back of the class. No, it's not France. Jonah Lumu. Give you an idea. I'm doing the haka. You can't see it, but I'm doing it. If you've never seen the haka, you've got to go and see them. Awesome. No, it's not Canada. Definitely not Canada. You can't see Canadians go, hey, let's do the haka. Yeah, they're hard, but they're not that hard. I gave lots of clues. Land of the Long White Cloud is my last clue. Jonah Lumu plays for which country? Land of the Long White Cloud. No, it's not Belgium. 10 more seconds. No, it's not Texas. I mentioned the haka, the performance before they play. I mentioned Land of the Long White Cloud, and none of you have got it. Mr. Gaines, you'll eventually get it. It's clicked because she's been there. The answer is indeed New Zealand. If you've never seen the haka, I think it's H-A-K-K-A, which is a tribal dance before a rugby match. The best one I ever saw was New Zealand and Samoa, and they both do a different version. Stick their tongue out, you know. Anyway, you all failed that rugby question. Might have to avoid the sport. Hang on, here's another sporting question, but it's got to do with animals. You Americans, you must get this one correct. In which month does the Kentucky Derby, or Derby, depends where you come from, take place? In which month does the Kentucky Derby take place? Which month? You can only get 11 of them wrong. One of them's right. On my screen, Kathy rebuilds just ahead of Scarlett with the correct answer of May. Mr. Henry says August, makes it a very long race. Already answered it correct, Scarlett. Come on, that's right. That's what I was, we get to see it down here. Big race in Kentucky. First Saturday in May. It's like in Australia, the Melbourne Cup. First Tuesday in November. Big events are always done like that. Now, you should get this one. Question, which country is the world's biggest producer of coffee? You've all got one in your hand. Sniff it. See if you can tell where the soil was that coffee grew in, and then you had the answer. And with a little bit of extra lag, keeping it cool, comes in with August. Well, no, you should get this one. This is obvious. Which country is the world's biggest producer of coffee? And the answer indeed is, Scarlett. Well, it's not spelled like that, but we'll give it to you. Brazil. You got excited and threw an extra couple of consonants in there, just for the hell of it. Brazil is the correct answer. Right, medical question. Most of us are probably going to suffer from this. The term pulmonary relates to which organ? The term pulmonary relates to which organ? Keeping it cool says the organ is Colombia. Colombia is a great answer, actually, because they make great coffee as well. But they're not the biggest producer, Brazil by far, because they knocked down all the forests. It's now just a wasteland of coffee plants.
I have,
Scarlett. Well, actually, yeah, good answer. Heart is incorrect. It is indeed the lungs. But, you know, they're both connected. They're virtually one and the same, aren't they? Well, they're not. The answer is lungs. But the word pulmonary, you would think, you know, heart, definitely. So you get a merit score, Kathy, for that one. Now, this is funny because I remember as a kid, Australian government buying one of these paintings of this guy. I'll give you a clue with the name of that painting shortly. The artist. Which artist was nicknamed Jack the Dripper? Which artist was nicknamed Jack the Dripper? Okay, and the clue is the painting that the Australian government bought in the early 80s for £1 million, not dollars, pounds apparently, was called Blue Poles. And we saw it and thought, what the hell is that? Scarlett Copperfield, correct. Jack the Dripper, his nickname, was Jackson Pollock. I swear you're not. Australian government paid £1 million for a painting that looked like it came out of a kindergarten school. Seriously. I asked this question in the quiz not that long ago. If your memory's good on that alone. The UN bought it, did they? I know we had it at one stage. I don't mind art, but I've got to find something in it that says to me, yeah, that's good. Okay, question here is, who has won more Oscars than anybody else? So it seems like a trick question, but it's an obvious one actually. Who has won more Oscars than anybody else? No, it's not Tucker, even though. Could be. Yeah, it's not an artist, by the way. Though he appeared in some films, but not really an actor as such. So, you said Scarlett is on fire tonight. What is the prize this week? It is a trip with us, flying business class to the UK in a few weeks' time. All you have to do is be at the airport, pay for your ticket, pay for your accommodation, and when you get to the UK, we are going to buy you a cup of tea and a piece of cake. Don't forget that. Stephen King, the great answer. It's not correct. Joan Crawford is not an actor or an actress as such. Who has won more Oscars than anybody else? One of these questions you'll get at a pub quiz or a local quiz competition, and you'll do the same thing you're doing tonight. You'll miss the obvious. 10 more seconds, then I'll give you. Good morning, Nicole. I'll give you the answer. Cup of tea. Cup of tea and a bun. Oh, look, it's Nicole. Yeah. And the answer by Dory Lynn is correct. The person who won more Oscars by far than anybody else was Walt Disney, who at this stage is a nice block in some deep freezer waiting for the miracle of the return to life. Really. Okay, good on you, Walt. It's going to be well preserved at minus, I think it's minus 300 and something degrees or something. Absurd. Okay, this is an easy question. If you're really old like me, you say, oh, that's easy. Question, what was traditionally made by a chandler? No, not the guy of Friends, okay, for you younger folk. What was traditionally made by a chandler? Cryogenics is correct for that previous answer. I think it's a waste of time myself. but I won't be around to find out. Scarlett Poppyfield is correct, the answer. What does a chandler make? It's candles. Seems to me you live your life like a candle in the void. Always complaining and whinging at everything. Here we go. I knew this, I'd know this. If you asked me, I'd get this. Pompous Asses. Sounds like a rock band from Boyd. Ladies and gentlemen, live on the stage from Boyd's Direct, Pompous Asses. Question is, John Bonham, who died at only 32 years of age, was the former drummer of which rock band? I knew this answer. Not that I'm smart, it's just that I'm old. I'm old. Clue? And she's by the school. Scarlett Poppyfield, correct. With Led Zeppelin. Not to be confused with that big balloon thing that burnt down. Led Zeppelin was the answer. A lot of musicians die early. I don't know whether it's the studio lights or maybe just all the drugs. Could be the lights. Halogen, it's got to last a lot to answer for. Here we go. Okay, this is a question about where I live. 27 Club, very true. Janis Joplin, go on and on. There's a whole list of, like I say, it could be the studio lights, Nicole, not the drugs. This is a question about, I could, if I had a really strong arm, throw a stone and hit this. The Australian city of Perth, that's where I live, stands on which river? And literally it's a stone's throw from me. Well, maybe when I was younger, I get there. The Australian city of Perth in Western Australia stands on which river? Now, you're in the same room with me, have more lag than everyone else. Is that what you're saying? Good morning, Irene. If you missed it, Irene, the question was, the city of Perth in Western Australia stands on which river? I can hear the keys clicking. Somebody's Googling. Put your hand up. Come on. Who is it? Scarlett says, I had no clue. Yeah, Australia is not really recognised by most Northern European or Americans. They think it's somewhere, I think I heard Mama Bear once said it's just off the coast of Florida, or it's attached to America. I think that's what she said. All right, and probably won't get the answer. It's my home city, the city of Perth in Western Australia, with 4.2 million people, by the way. That's not a village. It is the Swan River.
I said that.
Oh, did you?
Yes, went back.
Well, it's amazing that you got the answer correct. If you go out the front door, you can see it. Bit sus, that, I think. Bit sus. So how come it took you so long to answer then? Did you get the answer straight away? Yeah. Here's one for our British people. Good morning. I'm James Belittle from the BBC. Here's the question. Which famous battle was fought on St. Crispin's Day? Come on now, hip hip, tell you. Nicole, I expect the answer. Which famous battle was fought on St. Crispin's Day? St. Crispin's spelled C-R-I-S-P-I-N-S. St. Crispin's Day. Very famous battle. I think some of my family members were involved with it, although I don't think they own up to it. Oh, we're having a country chat now. That's right, forget about the quiz. Come on, bring out your nail polish.
What?
No? Tussle your hair a little bit. Show off your little bangles on your rings. Question was, which famous battle was fought on St. Crispin's Day? Nicole, I'm disappointed. St. Crispin's Day. No, good answer. Battle of the Bulge. But that was a bit later. Nicole, don't come back and say, oh, I was in the kitchen making a cuppa, I didn't hear the question. Nicole, which famous battle was fought on St. Crispin's Day? 5 more seconds and I'll give the answer. Oh, I'm not good at this. All right, when you hear the answer, you go, oh yeah. The Battle of St. Crispin's Day was the Battle of Agincourt. Nicole, the Battle of Agincourt. Actually, it's spelled Agincourt, but it's Agincourt. Didn't hear the question. My dog bit me on the bum. I was distracted for a moment. I'm going to give you another English question, Nicole. Deep breaths. Okay, deep breaths. Which European city is known as the Baltic capital? Where do you come from? I come from Anne. Which European city is known, it's in England, it's in the UK. Which European city is known as the Baltic capital? Regent? No, it's in the UK. From Spain. They all talk like that when I was a kid. You say, where are you from? I'm from Anne. That's where I'm from. I'll give the answer in 5 seconds. No, it's not a capital. It's a city in the UK, and it's known as the Baltic capital. Big Curry. That's a good answer, actually. Itchy Boss. Itchy Boss knows the answer, I'm pretty sure. 2 more seconds. Not Baltic. The Balti, B-A-L-T-I. The answer is Birmingham. Yeah. Answer is Birmingham. I've got relatives there. Exactly how they talk. Nicole, I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. Where are you from? I'm from Birmingham. All right, here we go. Here we go. Question. What is the world's most widely spoken native tongue language? Think about it. What is the world's most widely spoken native tongue language? Think about where on the earth there's more people than anywhere else. But it's a specific part of the language. It's called something. Yeah, that's what I said. It's not just, Kathy, it's not just Chinese. It's the most native tongue language. So it has a word in front of Chinese. It's definitely not Creole Chinese. Hey, Jimbo, you're coming down. I have a little bit of gumbo. Make sure you bring some of that Creole Chinese with you. Kathy's got it. It's Mandarin. Mandarin Chinese, which is different apparently than just Chinese. I imagine I wouldn't know why, but it's Mandarin. A lot of Australians, when they learn Mandarin, a lot of Australians learn that dialect instead of the. Oh, we've got someone saying F-U-C-K. Well, I'll show you. You can have a look. There you go. Not sure why you're doing that, but maybe you're depraved, lonely. We'll make it easy for you. Have a good day. Next question. Well, if you're religious of any type, you might be able to work out this one. How many books are there in the New Testament? G'day, Hammers. Yep, still live. Welcome. The question is, how many books are there in the New Testament? There's a few missing from the older version. 29 is a great answer. It's incorrect. 18 is not right. 32 is not right. How many books are in the New Testament? You know, I would suggest that it depends where the particular New Testament's printed, if it is this actual number. Sorry, but that's what I'm saying. Some things are conveniently left out or added. Should I suggest that man is frail? 26 is real close. How many books are there in the New Testament? If your boys real close, it's a hot. Your fingers are burning. There are 27. There are 27 books in the New Testament. If your boys had it on the board. But I'm not going to go through a theological argument with anyone. But let's suggest that in certain parts of the world, they may have left some books out, or maybe have put some books in. You know, artistic license, if you like, depending on where you are. So 27 is the answer in this quiz. Is it the real answer? It could vary. Now, I had this question about 6 months ago in the quiz. Which country's flag is the only one that features the map of the country on it? Which country's flag is the only one that features the map of the country on it? Clue? There's lots of little hubs of gambling, casinos based there. Why? Because they don't pay any tax. Money, 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 must be funny. In a rich man's world. Which country's flag is the only one that features the map of the country on it? It's Texas. Yeah, it's a great answer. However, it is a country I'm after. Monaco, no, not a good answer, but not correct. Not Monaco. Stop copying. Dory, back of class. Go fill the water containers up. Monaco and Jonas, while you're there, give her a hand. Which country's flag is the only one that features the map of the country on it? Monaco is, I think, a province. It is a country in its own right, but it doesn't have its map of its country on the flag. There's only one country that does. 10-second time, I'm going to tell you. A few seconds to go, last chance. The lads will give you the question again. Which country's flag is the only one that features the map of the country on it? And the answer is Cyprus. Hence my hint about it being a casino haven, avoiding tax at all cost. Jonas, Malta? No, but that's where I was actually born. That's true. I'm making that up. Sporting question. Everyone will go, oh, jeez. Sporting question. The Walker Cup is competed for in which sport? The Walker Cup is competed for in which sport? No, it's not fun arcling. It's a mythical New Zealand by a comedian called John Clark. John Clark created a mythical sport called farn arcling. Here there it is. The answer by each of yours is correct. The Walker Cup is competed for in the sport of golf, which is more of a leisure pastime. You know, when you were a young kid, you thought, I played golf quite well. I was about a 13 or 14. I never thought, it's no money in this. Yet, leisurely sport played by Scotsmen on the Highlands, the wind blowing at 90 miles an hour, now become probably the richest sport in the world for an individual. Here we go. This is for the people in the United States, particularly in that fancy town. In which part was New York Marathon run until 1970? Which part was the New York Marathon run until 1970? Yes, I've got a funny picture of my dunny itchy balls. It's about an old bloke in Scotland, in the Highlands, with people behind him, and there's a dog growling over the ball as he's trying to hit it. So in 1970, the answer indeed was. It was first displayed by the brilliant Scarlett Popplewell, followed by Shaun the Brit, very, very close behind, Central Park. Central Park indeed. At least the big capitals, you know, like Australia's the same. Perth, magnificent. Park, Kings Park we've got here. In the UK, you've got Hyde's Park. In America, you've got Central Park. And all of them you can get mugged and killed without much issue. You can pick each one. Terrible crimes committed in all those parks, I can tell you. Okay, music-orientated question for all those people that were from my era. Who did Elton John originally do a duo with? Don't Go Breaking My Heart. Remember the piano, striped pants, funny hat? The lady who sang with him, Don't Go Breaking was who? Don't Go Breaking My Heart. And Scarlett Popperfield. There was a whisker between Sean the Brit and Scarlett Popperfield. It wasn't the Kiki D.
It was Scarlett on my screen.
I said Scarlett.
No, have you got live chat on?
I have got live chat on.
Steady.
Jeez, producers here. Murder, tell you. This one, I should get an answer within microseconds, but of course the 30-second delay me means obviously to think, how come not answering it straight away? Question. In Canada, what is the NHL? In Canada, what is the NHL? Yes, I'm chewing on the remains of my cheese toasted ham sandwich. I'm going to pay it to Hammers because it's so cold up in Canada. His K on his keyboard's frozen. It's hockey. And I expected him to get that. It's the National Hockey League. That's what it is. Basically, they've got a little puck, looks like a small pizza, on the ice, and what they do is occasionally, other than fighting, brawling and smashing into glass, somebody at one part of the time or another in the game will actually, just move it a little bit. Other than that, great game. Nothing to do with the puck at all. Your teachers didn't fail you. Your country failed you. Just kidding. Another question in regards to golf. Question, who plays against the United States of America in the Walker Cup? What is the other country? Who plays against the United States in golf's Walker Cup? Who's the other country? Irene, I put it down to dying brain cells because we're in the same class. I will take Hammer's answer. It's Britain, it's Great Britain. It's not Scotland, it's certainly not Australia. We have another cup here for that. UK is the answer. Sean got it correct, so did each yours. Yes, two countries that play that. Now, when I was a kid, now Sean will know what I'm talking about. When I was a kid, we used to go and sneak into an American Air Force base. I used to live pretty close to where Heathrow Airport is now, but it's a suburb near there. And I used to jump over the fence, and we used to steal these and take them home, crack them open, cook them in the oven, put vinegar on them. Sean already knows what I'm talking about. Which tree bears conkers is the question. Dead sure Sean knows what I'm talking about. Which tree bears conkers? If you're not from the UK, you still have the same things growing in the United States. Conkers. Yep, things you drill a hole in after you've heated them and soaked them in vinegar and put a bit of string on and smash your mates up. And the answer is, by Scarlett Popperfield, chestnuts. I think we used to call them horse chestnuts, actually. Sean, I'll be right there, wouldn't I? Horse chestnut. Really big, spiky, incumbent thing inside. You can't remember. As a kid, we used to gather them. Like I said, we'd sneak into the American base, gather them, take them home, crack them up, dry them for about a week, just, near a window. Bake them in the oven on a low heat, and then you drill through them, put a piece of string, take it to school, and bash each other on the knuckles. And if your conker beat everyone else's, it's a bit like Boit, you bash everybody, and there isn't any really reward because the rest of the conkers are dead. Who did I miss? Who did I miss?
James.
Who's Jen? Oh, Jen. Sorry, I didn't see you there. I was too busy, self-absorbed with my little nuts. Conkers. Okay, another question to do with a saint. On what date is St. Swithin's Day? On the month and the date. What date is St. Swithin spelt? S-W-I-T-H-I-N-S, Swithin's Day. So St. Swithin's Day is in what month and what day? Oh, so, chap, did you go to the celebrations of St. Swithin's? No. I was drunk. I forgot. Good answer, Irene. We don't eat chestnuts or celebrate St. Swithin's Day. December the 25th is Christmas. Oh, I'll give you the answer. St. Swithin's Day is the 15th of July. I'm going to tell you a story that my grandfather told me. He was born in 1895, and as a kid, he explained when he was a kid, just the turn of the 20th century, 1900. He would have been about 5 or 6. He says in the village in York, near where he used to live in the UK, they would have, out of any given time of the year, over 150 days of celebrations due to one saint or one particular, interrelated pagan come Christian celebrations. I'm not kidding you. So out of 365, they basically had 150 days off for celebrations. That is the truth. I'm not making it up. Now, I'm going to ask you Americans in particular, how many weeks a year do you get up on holidays? It's not 150 days, is it? So we went from what? Barbaric times to actually now working every day of the year except 2 weeks that they give you? Maybe. This is one of my most favourite comedies of all time. And the English in here will appreciate this as I do. How many episodes, question is, how many episodes of the cult TV sitcom Fawlty Towers were made? How many episodes is the question of the cult TV sitcom Fawlty Towers? John is bang, correct straight away. I always thought it was, come the 80s and 90s, I was thinking it might be 2018. It was only ever 12. There were only ever 12 episodes. Now, Connie Booth, who was married to John Cleese at the time, they both decided not to take it any further because they wanted to leave a legacy. Now, you may or may not believe that, but that apparently John has stated, and Connie, is the truth. Fawlty Towers could have gone for another 2-3 seasons. They chose not to. Mr. Bertie, there's a piggy on in the tower. Basil? Oh, yes, dear. Right, question. Now, my wife is not allowed to answer this question. I've just updated today's prices. You've only got another 15-20 minutes to go. The price today is you flying business class to London to meet myself and my good wife and Nicole. And all you have to do is pay for the airfare yourself, your accommodation for yourself. We will provide pot of tea and afternoon biscuits and cakes. On us. Okay? Massive price. Think about it. All right, my wife is not allowed to answer this question. Flowery twats. There were many versions of that, weren't there, cheap? Here we go. You're not allowed to answer this one, okay?
Okay.
The company Steiff are famous for making what? Because my wife's got one. That's why she's not allowed to answer. The company Steiff, German company, are famous for making what? I am eating the last remnants of my turkey and cheese.
Stop talking with your mouth full.
I'll spell it for you. S-T-E-I-F-F.
Rick, I've answered.
And here we go. All right. Bloody producers, I tell you. Kathy rebuilds just ahead of Scarlet Poppyfield. Correct answer is teddy bears. I'll give that one to Kathy. She meant teddy bears. Not the ones you wear, the ones you cuddle. Well, if someone's wearing one of those, I suppose you cuddle it as well. Here we go. This is probably something that all of you should take note of. What was the name of King Charles I's physician who discovered the circulation of the blood? Okay, what was the name of King Charles I's physician who discovered the circulation of the blood? So who discovered the circulation system? Kathy Weezer says she's American. We don't, Kathy, the one thing that, Betty, bless him, he likes playing on words, as you've probably gathered by now. Wherever you go, you actually just ask for cheese. You don't use that first word, it is derogatory, and we just ask for cheese. Do you want that on your burger? Yeah, I'll have cheese, mate. What, you don't want the sea cheese? No, just the cheese. Okay, who discovered circulation is the fine line question. And it's not that famous, to be honest, but 5 seconds from now I'll give you the answer. Yes, they've not been easy today, but there's a reason for that, because you're all very clever. The physician who discovered circulation of the blood was a chap called William Harvey. Why wasn't he that famous? Because there's no Sir William Harvey or Lord Harvey, it's just William Harvey. This is a tough question, I don't know if I should answer.
Find some of those funny ones.
Well, I'm just going to do this one. We've not got long to go and we're going to be done. Here's the question. The carbohydrate group of foods is composed of which 3 elements? Okay, element being stuff that's in the air, you know what I mean? And in the ground. The carbohydrate group of foods is composed of which 3 elements? If you didn't go past year 9, you're probably not going to get this one. Yes, that's quite true, Andrew. That is quite true. Because you know what he did to the previous 2 doctors, Andrew? Yeah, no, he didn't bounce them. He didn't block them. King Charles I, King Charles I's head was on the cornerstone of a particular building in London, I think. Because they cut it off. In fact, he was such a pedantic chap, Andrew, that on his execution day, he decided to delay it until he had one of his fine silk white shirts delivered. I kid you not. I'll go, but with the silky white shirt first. Okay. I'll give you a clue. Here are 2 of the elements. The question is, carbohydrate group of foods is composed of which 3 elements? They are carbon, hydrogen, and the last one. Give me the last one. 3 elements. 1 is carbon, 1 is hydrogen, and 1 is monoxide. No. My wife likes to phonetically spell words that are a little bit difficult. And the answer from Irene, retired, is correct. It's oxygen. It's a pretty dumb question. I mean, when you think about it, how many quiz nights would you think you'd get that one? The carbohydrate group of foods is composed of which 3 elements? I would have said ham, cheese, tomato. Dum, 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 dum. Here's a movie question. Here we go. How did Greta Gustafson become better known as an actress? And I know why she changed her name, because I can't even say it properly. Gustafsson. Greta Gustafsson, better known as an actress, was who?
What's the name?
The answer is by Itchy Balls, just ahead of Scarlett. Greta Garbo. Well, you come to check my... No, okay, my wife is now going to pronounce it.
Up here, where is it?
Up here. My wife is now going to pronounce what I struggled to get.
Gustafsson.
No, sorry, what was that again?
Gustafsson.
Sorry?
Das ist eine Deutsche.
Das ist Gustafsson, ja. Spy Cafe. Bitte. Yeah, I'm picking up on my German. Indeed, it was Greta Garbo. Remember those movies? Betty Davies? Greta Garbo? Who was that one that married about 400 times? You know the one? Used to talk like this. My husband... Trying to think of her name. What was her name? Someone will come up with it. Gustafsson. Thank you, Jonas. Easy question. Elizabeth Tate, another one of those. That's who I was thinking of, Scully. Yes, darling. Yes, darling, I will marry you. You just need to come for a walk along this cliff with me. Look down. The seventh husband didn't die by falling off a cliff. All the others did. He was found with gunshot wounds. Why? Because he wouldn't jump off the cliff. Question. Easy one. Rapid response here. What is the... oh no, sorry, I can't get that one. No, you won't get that. It's in Uzbekistan. No, what, they put some tough questions in amongst these fairly hard questions anyway. All right, we've had controversy with this question in the past. I've double checked, the answer is correct. In my country, it is. What colour is the M in McDonald's? You know, fast food chain. What colour is the M in McDonald's? Go nuts. Okay, now that one always comes up first. But Hammers has got it. It's yellow. I had someone in the quiz I gave that question to a long time ago say, it's red. It's not. The background's red. The M is yellow. Because why? Just listen to the following sentence. McDonald's has a golden arch. Yeah? The person that was ripping into me said, it's red! I'll kill you! Silence! Question. This is so easy, but we'll do it anyway. Which state in the United States is called the Golden State? Which state in the United States is called the Golden State? Yes, I believe that's true. All right, I truly believe that's how it's marketed. Itchy Balls, along with everybody else other than Scarlett Poppyfield, who's gone into New Jersey. Scarlett, what are you doing in New Jersey? It's California. It's California. New Jersey. Where's Scarlett from? I'm from New Jersey. Me and Bergs. Yeah. It's funny, Berg says he's from New Jersey. Well, I'm from New Jersey. Lived in Seattle for 30 years. He must be 109. All right, easy question, mainly for most of the people, because I do a comedy little sketch on my channel about this. It's a bit of a clue. What is the commonest medical condition? What is the most common medical condition? You can't fool me, Scarlett, with your fancy answers about Parkway, New York, New Jersey. You've answered every other question correct tonight. You've got that one wrong, so you can leave. Go, now. Just kidding. And I'm going to pay that. I asked what was the medical condition, but I will pay John Kay's answer, teeth. It's tooth decay. Hence my little comedy sketch from time to time on my channel from the toothless community. Truly is. I'm actually going to the dentist now, getting a few things done that we've neglected over a period of time. I'm going to ask you a question. What does a crown normally cost you people in the United States? Walk in off the street, there's a procedure in doing a crown, of course. Well, what would the cost of a crown cost you in the United States? Because I'll give you my answer that I'll be paying for a crown, in fact 2, but each crown in this country of mine. I'm interested to know what it is in the United States. If you had to get a crown done, what would it cost you? That's the question. $1,000, says Dory. Crown here is 2,000.
Wow.
Any takers up from 2,000? Dory says 1,000. Now that's just out of pocket costs. That's not related to any sort of benefit from the government, I guess. 500 from Irene. So you get all your crowns for free in the UK, Itchy? It will be about $1,700 per crown for now. Yeah, you get 2 of them done. Like he said, oh, we could leave them, but I suggest we should do them. And I'm thinking, well, does that mean you're going on a holiday after you've done it? Probably. Yes, so about 1,700. That's just straight off the street. That's not any insurance or anything. Beauty of we are going to the UK shortly, and I could rock up in Itchy Gore's part of the town, and I could go to any doctor, any hospital, because I'm an Australian citizen. I can do this in Canada as well, and it will cost me nothing. 0. I kid you not. Itchy could come to Australia, break his leg, break his arm. That's just him trying to reach to get some money to buy me a beer. Tragic accident, I know. But he'd be taken to hospital here and they'd say, Itchy, yeah, you're all fixed. You can go home. No bill. There'd be 0, nothing to pay. We have reciprocal agreements between Commonwealth countries. If I break my leg in the United States, this is how huge it is, you know, travel insurance. Well, going to the UK, it's next to nothing for us. Going to America, they want 1 of my kidneys, they want 2 of my grandchildren as deposit to hold before I even leave, and then I have to pay 4 times the price of everywhere else on the planet just to get an aspirin. The United States medical system is abhorrent. If you're going to look after the people of the country, the very first thing you look after is their health. Right, Seeds for 2020. Welcome me now. Free health for all, as it should be. Right, I'll finish my rant. I'm good. Right, we're going to finish off tonight. We can have a little chat after the quiz, but we're going to finish off with the easiest question in the world, because I'll give you a little pretext to it. This particular place, or institution, if you like, is often referred to in Boit, because, you know, they're going to call this particular system and hunt you down like a dog. Question is, it's very easy. What does the F stand for in FBI? If you're second person on Boit, apparently he's going to have an investigation done by them. That's at the CIA, or the Central Intelligence Agency is named, or Homeland Security, but they don't get to you first. And the answer is, it's federal. It's the Federal Bureau of Investigation. Unlike the Federal Reserve, which has got nothing to do with any of the countries. Most countries have got a Federal Reserve, on the pretext that you think, as a normal person, that's part of the government. Federal Reserve is, in fact, a private banking institution run by the wealthy people on the planet who own you and me, and at any given time will dictate the interest rates, price of oil, land, and, you know, causes a depression or two, just to take whatever wealth you have gathered over a number of years back to them. Do you really want to vote for me in 2020? That ends tonight's quiz. If you want to have a...
Black Cat only just got in.
Hello, Black Cat. Welcome. Goodbye.
One more question for
Black Cat. All right.
Question just for Black Cat.
Just for Black Cat. Let's think of a question. Now, only Black Cat can answer this one. Black Cat, question. What was President Yeltsin's first name? Russian president. What was President Yeltsin's first name? Russian President Yeltsin's first name was...
You could have made it easier.
It's easy, actually. Really easy. And everyone else has got it so far. The answer is Boris Yeltsin. Black Cat? Sorry, you don't know. That's okay. But truly, I mean, when you think about it, and I'm not a conspiracy theorist by any means, I'm a very practical, logical person, but it's very obvious to me in my 60 years on this planet, what happens every 10 to 15 years, the wealth of the people that's been gathered and nurtured and you've saved and you've worked hard is taken away from you. It's not a conspiracy at all. It's a matter of fact. We're going through one about now. You're about to see that occur on the planet again. You know, same as 87, same as 2000, same as 2007 and 8 in the US. Australians are over indebted. They're under the water with their mortgages. And around the world, debt is a chain of slavery that is forced upon you, because how many of you in the last year have had cards sent to you in the mail saying, "Hi, I'm from the bank, I'll rip you off. We've granted you a $20,000 extension on your credit card. Here's a new shiny blue card. Get rid of the red one." You see where I'm going with this, don't you? Indebted to be a slave means that at any cost they will want to sell you a car, a holiday, anything. Shoes, you know, fancy handbags, things you don't need. I'll be honest with you, you don't need them. But you're forced under the magic of advertising. And the winner of the quiz tonight was Andrew Honda, who only answered one question, but he's never answered a question before. So he gets the magnificent trip for two, Andrew, flying from the United States to London to meet me and my good wife at my book signing tour. Just make sure you bring along a book. And what it is, all you have to do is pay for the airfares yourself, pay for staying at the Ritz like we are yourself, but we provide pot of tea, cakes and biscuits. Not much else can really be said. Fantastic prize, Andrew.
They asked you a question.
I got a question for you, Steve. Who was John Wayne's sidekick in some of his movies? There were lots of sidekicks, Andrew. John Wayne made a multitude of movies. Multitude. Some of the great names in westerns. Unfortunately, most of them are dead now, let's be honest. Yes, David Icke has been, as a lot of people say David Icke, but it's David Icke, has been banned from entering Australia. Subject matter prevailing, the government, lobbyists, and there's several different religious lobbyists that went in on this as well, Hammers, have stopped him. It's a temporary visa block. It's not a ban, by the way, but it's as good as a ban. If you don't know who David Icke is, he is the #1 conspiracy theorist on the planet, to do with lizard running through the veins of the royal family, to do with all the bankers, you name it. If you just Google what Hammers put in there about David Icke, every conspiracy theory you can possibly imagine is there. I don't think Hammers, though, that David believes in the flat earth theory. I don't think that's true. But anyway, like I say, I truly believe, and I'm not a doomsayer, I don't like to say things like this, but I'm looking at what's happening around the planet. We're heading for another major drop-off in the value of your property, in the value of your income, your dollar. Your spending power is going to be reduced. Why? Because it's overdue. Normally every 10 to 15 years, and 12 years after 2007 fits in really nicely with the people that own this planet. They literally take your wealth away from you every 10 to 15 years by design. It doesn't happen by accident. I'll give you a clue when you know something big's coming. Check the price of gas. Check the price of food. And then check the interest rate at the banks. Pretty simple tree out there. But we are heading for a pretty harsh landing, for sure, particularly in my country, where you knew the 2007, 2008 It's not a housing crisis that occurred in the United States. It was a debt crisis. It formulated itself in looking like a housing crisis. The fact was, people didn't have enough money to pay for what they had. But very good marketing makes everyone believe it was a housing crisis in the United States. Is that true? No, it's false. It was part of the debt cycle. Yes, Irene says we're going to get hit by an asteroid. Every day you pick up, looking through Google, it says asteroid 45B, named Irene retired, will whiz past the Earth, could hit us. What happens on YouTube in particular is 300 videos about the end of the world that come up. Every time I find one of those videos, I say, I tell you what, and they're always sort of adamant and their deep heart right behind it. I say, how about signing off your 401k to me, your house, your cars, any spare land, or gold, or silver you've got in the cupboards, leave it to me. Now, if you're right, we're all going to die anyway, but if you're wrong, I'm going to be quite a wealthy man. They don't like that. Don't worry about the Earth ending tomorrow, because it could be, unlikely, but it could do, because this planet's been hit by loads of things. Live for today, plan for tomorrow, and have a good time while you're here. Because you get two options. One is your first breath, and one is your last. Depends what you do in between. It makes the biggest difference whether you enjoy it. All the miseries that we face in life, we make mountains out of molehills. We really do. If you're my age, you'll understand that you work hard as you're young. You think, oh, I don't know if we can afford that. Oh, geez, worry about that. And in the end, it really was no need to worry about it at all. At all. You're better off just saying to yourself, oh, well, it's out of my hands. I can only do what I can do. Turn off anything like the internet if it's annoying you. At the very start of this quiz, I did a bit of a mock meditation about you laying on the sand, pushing your buttocks into the sand, nice warm sea breezes, and relaxing and forgetting about the troubles of the world. But I tried to force the mouse out of your hands, and I couldn't do it. I would suggest, if you could, here's the question of the quiz that is probably the most important question I'm going to ask you. If you had to, and only could, visit one YouTube channel, that's all you're allowed to do for the rest of your life, put it in text. Tell me where it would be. You were only allowed one YouTube channel that you could visit. You're all going to be scrambling. You're all going to be saying, oh, just one? See, can we make it two? And Hannah says, and I don't believe him, Elvis Travels, The Art Sherpa, probably a good one. Mary Claire, she's out of Hello. Hello, Mary Claire. But I would simply visit a meditation channel. What's the point of worrying? Most of the channels, Wonder Family sounds good. Most of the channels that give people angst or anger or get pissed off, you're better off not going there. There's a particular chap that Hammer's mentioned not long ago in text here, who runs a channel, makes no money off it really now at all. But there are other channels that make a great deal of monetary gain from that particular person. He doesn't, but other people do. Some of them honestly do a good thing by giving that money they earn by utilizing his name or his ineptness to charity. Other people, however, who let this poor guy who has a miserable life in abject poverty become the material to utilize him to garnish money that he doesn't get. That's pretty deep, I know. But you know, when you've got the suffering and ineptitude of a man who basically doesn't know what he's doing and needs psychological evaluation for sure, is being manipulated, used for monetary gain, it sort of is pretty low. You know where I'm going with that. And somebody who's that low down in society and other people benefit from his misery. It's not a good thing. Anyway, on that somber note, I wish you all a wonderful day, wherever you are in the world, or if you're going to bed, have a good night's sleep. And remember, push your buttocks deeply into the sand when meditating. Spread all your arms and legs out. Let go of the mouse. Remember, life is good. If you have been, thank you very much for watching, and we'll catch you next time. Bye-bye.